What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video, guys, I have several very interesting and important news. First of all, I will show you, a little bit disappointing news from the Congress side. From basically, it is the response from a Congress member in regards to the actions that were initiated by one of our community members. Then I will continue with the news, and I will show you that we still have several people who are trying to promote our case, and they are doing this on a consistent basis, I would say. On top of that, I will show you quite interesting update, and I will show you that during the times, quite hard times for the majority of shareholders, part of the MMTLP community is trying to solve the problem by using any possible path to the resolution, but another part of the community is trying to attack the first part because they don't like let's say the actions, they don't like their point of view, and they don't like the other part of the community in general. And guys, I have to admit that this might discredit MMTLP community, and unfortunately every single community in the world that has several thousand people has the same problem. And at the end of this video, I will show you some updates in our litigation processes. And I have to admit that for now, we have a clear deadline in one of, let's say, crucial cases, in my opinion, for MMTLP story. And I will show you what I'm talking about within just several minutes. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. On top of that, if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account. And guys, to be honest, within the next couple of weeks, I will remove a couple of tiers, low-cost tiers. I will add much more perks, much more benefits for the Safe Haven tier and for the Gold tier as well. And it is pretty much your last chance to join my Patreon with just $1 a day. And take a look, let me show you the sneak peek of my recent calls. Just yesterday, as you can see, I made this call on Netflix when the price of this asset was $1.227. It was at 1 a.m. And I told to my patrons that it is a new opportunity to short Netflix. Then, guys, I covered this price action in a live pretty much basis. And right here, I identified 3 price targets for Netflix. And we hit all of them. On top of that, I told to my patrons that they can put their stop loss orders in green and try to ride the trend, because we can hit much lower price targets. And guys, less than 24 hours before this call, I made another call, and it was a call on GME. Take a look right here. Wait a second, I will show you first of all the exact call. It was made on June the 10th. And it was a short put butterfly. You can see that within just several days it became profitable, and it was about 10% profit on the initial investment. This means, guys, 2 out of 2 successful calls within just a couple of days, and that is why you can rely on my technical analysis and you can join my Patreon for the low prices, at least for now. So guys, and let's begin with this tweet that was written by NBH MMTLP. You know that this person filed a lot of FOIA requests, and unfortunately the majority, or I would say all of these requests, were rejected for quite controversial reasons, and I covered it in one of my previous videos. But this person, I have to admit, he doesn't want to surrender, and in my opinion the people like NBH MMTLP will definitely achieve their goals. So let me show you this quite disappointing tweet. He wrote, MMTLP, I have no words for the deeply disappointing letter I received from my representative Sarah Alfred. Why is Congress so afraid to speak out against Wall Street's corruption? I suppose it's true, you never bite the hand that feeds you. And here is the letter in detail. Let me show you this right here. It was written on June 25th, basically 2 days ago, and it is signed by Sarah Alfred, a member of Congress. And she wrote, "Thank you for contacting me to share your perspective. As your representative in Congress, I appreciate hearing your thoughts on this important matter. Your engagement in the legislative process is vital for guiding national policy and my ability to effectively represent Maryland's 3rd Congressional District. Since being sworn in on January the 3rd of 2025, I have been committed to working hard and bringing your voice to Washington. Reviewing your messages and knowing your views helps inform my decision-making both in my assigned committees and votes on the House floor. As my team and I continue to review this important issue, you can count on me to keep your representative in careful consideration." Thank you again for taking the time to share your thoughts with me on this issue. It is an honor to serve you and 3rd Congressional District. My priority is always been fighting for and delivering on our shared values. Please continue to keep me informed of the issues more important to you. If you need further assistance, please call my office at this telephone number. Please click here if you would like to receive periodic updates from my office. Sincerely, Sarah Alfred, member of Congress. Well, guys, I have to admit that this type of answers are really disappointing because it is some kind of answer without any information at all, but it is let's say some kind of rejection of any questions that you asked. And that is why, guys, I totally understand NBH MMTLP and I totally agree with his feelings, because it is very disappointing letter. But I believe he will continue to fight and he will continue to write these letters for requests, and you can see by his actions, his recent actions, that he is trying even to write letters on the committee that oversees the FOIA, the FOIA system in general. And time will tell what will be the news from this side, but let's move forward. Let me show you this tweet that was reposted by Junk Savvy, that was originally written by John Burda 12 hours ago. Dennis Neal, great podcast again. John and David have put forth an excellent start with their suggested EO, which includes eliminate market maker exemption, escalating fines for FTDs, pre-borrow for all short sales. Great start. But while we are at it, why don't we add? Need to mark shares sold short all the way through the cycle, so that the buying house does not rehypothecate the shares and add abuse on top of abuse by selling short a share that is already short. 3 strikes and you're out. Hold principles of firm accountable. DMA, see Canada, direct market access, needs to be eliminated entirely. Naked short abuses in Europe, which is illegal, by the way, and FINRA and SEC know about it, yet allow not only European firms to do so, but also subs of US firms to do so as well, when theft, which is a national security issue. Mandatory reporting of short shares right now, this is purely voluntary. $1 trillion question: does the political will exist to fix the issue? And he refers to the most recent podcast that was made by Dennis Neal, and I have to admit that I listened to this podcast, and well, it is not directly related to MMTLP saga, but from the other point of view, it is related to the bigger picture of the entire stock market, and the part of this issue is definitely MMTLP case. That is why, guys, again, Dennis Neal is pointing to the huge problem of US stock market, and with this type of people, with Dennis Neal and Rob Carter, we will definitely attract more attention to this problem. So, let me show you some updates on Rob Carter's podcast. John Burda reposted this tweet of Squatch, and Squatch wrote, "Will Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and Elon Musk need to hear this clip? MMTLP needs your support." And he also refers to his own tweet that he wrote just 14 hours ago, live on radio today. Rob Carter is requesting Representative Ann Wagner, Eric Schmidt, Holly Moe to step up and give some answers to why they are doing nothing about MMTLP. The fraud is real, money was stolen, we want the share count. And guys, again, I want to give a huge shout out to Dennis Neal and to Rob Carter, because they are working hard from their side in order to propel the MMTLP case. And that is why, guys, it is very important to know that at least, let's say, some people in this world are trying to help you. Let's switch to another quite interesting news. Samantha wrote this tweet just 20 hours ago. Unhinged space host Junk Savvy threatens SEC whistleblowers. They aren't going to get shit. Joanne is working to dig into who they are and expose them. They will pay a price for talking to SEC enforcement. And it is quite weird statement. Let me show you the direct speech from Junk Savvy. She said this: maybe you're motivated because you're whistleblowers and you think you are going to get money out of the SEC. You ain't getting shit. That's the joke. You are not going to get a single thing. And all it has done is brought scrutiny down on them. All they do is give us more time and to dig and expose them. Are we talking about it on Spaces? No, but it's happening. And there will come a day when they have to pay that price. And I have to admit that it is quite weird statement, and Scott responded to this. Julie J, James Garcia, Andrea Gani, and Jen Capella will all be fun at depositions, should I not get a 100% dismissal in my slap case. Wes Christian put them all in the line of fire with his June 16, 2025 affidavit. They are all fair game now, but really anyone with a brain has been able to see the marionette strings from the suits to them since about the time the Wells notice hit Burda. She's admitted to being an insider, and so has the horrific Joanna. And Samantha responded, who threatens whistleblowers like this? She says she's working with the company. She's using her access to make sure they pay the price for executing their rights and doing the right thing by alerting the SEC. Does NBH support this? And she refers to her own tweet where she published a part of the space call where Junk Savvy said, it's obvious from the information we have, we are working with the company. And this means this statement alone admits that Junk Savvy has some relationships with the company directly. And Samantha also added, what information did they have? Why was it given to them? Was any use to dox or harass? Discovery will tell. And Scott responded, she's talking about this, I believe, as she knows her boss is going down, and there were criminal complaints filed in January 2025 that the US DOJ and SEC are working on. It gets taken seriously when McCabe won't put his signature on an S1 because he knows the data and reserve estimates were concocted by him and Burda to bring in new investors for the mother of all oil patch frauds. And Samantha answered, yep, 100%. I submitted every detail of everything I saw, and so did many others. They can try and intimidate all they want. It will not stop the investigation. And Scott responded to this. The question is, who will Drew rat on to save his own ass? And guys, to be honest, I don't like these actions because, as I mentioned multiple times, they will not lead us anywhere. But at the same time, we have to know who are the people who are surrounding you, who are surrounding us in this case. And if these people were involved in some, let's say, shady actions and they made something that led to the actions that harm investors or other investors, it is pure violation of US laws, and that is why they have to be accountable for this. On top of that, let me show you, let me show you this. Scott also responded to Samantha this. Junk Savvy. She's working for McCabe and Christian. Folks, she claims to be an insider, which would imply, never mind the fact that she's an agent for both under even a loose interpretation of Texas case law regarding agency in Texas. She's under a non-disclosure agreement, secrecy agreement, or reasonable facsimile thereof. She's paid the MMTLP and MMAT shareholders since day one. Her mission is to run interference for McCabe and Burda. She's failed. Now she's in attack dog mode, going after anyone who doesn't buy her now utterly discredited narrative that McCabe and Burda are angels of light and Christian is some sort of legal avenger. The threats kinda confirm it, but I will let her deny it all right here. Well, I don't want even to discuss it anymore because, the justice will prevail and we will find out the truth, I believe, within the next several months. And if someone in our community is imposter and they made bad things for other community members, as I mentioned just several minutes ago, they have to be accountable for that. And I think we can find a lot of this type of law violations because let me show you this. Why would Junk Savvy want any whistleblower to pay a price? That kinda sounds like interference in the justice process to me. Fortunately, the investigations are well underway, and it is up to the proper authorities to determine next steps. And yes, as I mentioned, the investigation has started and running. That is why, guys, in my opinion, it is the reason why we don't have a lot of, let's say, legal actions from the side of the community who promote the non-litigational path. Potentially, they are trying to protect themselves, but I don't want to tell anything about this right now because everything should be proven in court. So let me show you another update. About yesterday's tweet of Mark Basil, and he stated that federal court in Texas has made an error, and I covered it in details, and I even read you the Grok's interpretation of this statement, and Mark wrote this. Grok got it right. And here's the heart-touching tweet. Mark, I am stuck in the MMTLP situation. If you were me, is there anything I should be doing, or at this point we are sort of stuck and at the mercy of these lawsuits? Thanks in advance for your response. And Mark responded, don't listen to most of the MMTLP social media space hosts. They either claim they have an inside track, which the SEC is investigating because they expose non-public information, or they are just a lot of hot air pontificating, making you think that they are getting somewhere towards resolution, which they are not. I would check off the loss box for now and hope that something changes. And follower of Christ wrote, thank you, sir. It's hard pill to swallow, that's for sure. $62,000 I had and poof, now gone. Blessed to have a career and we'll keep it moving. But still a bummer. I agree, this does seem stuck in the mud. Thanks again. So guys, it is very upset to see this type of tweets, but we know that a lot of people lost substantial amounts of their money with this case, and that is why the wrongdoers should be accountable for their actions. Let me show you another update and let me show you why the people from MMTLP community are trying to attack the people who... Well, let me quote you this tweet. In the MMTLP universe, people that told you the truth the whole time are the bad shields, while the guys that lied about everything are welcomed by the community, even after caught lying. And he added two screenshots. First of all, the screenshot of S1 Bob Gray statement that he made on December the 4th of 2022. He wrote, Thank you both for your interactions. I received this space call and can confirm that I did not state that NB had already sold, but that it will sell for approximately $19.3 billion after X due date. I stand by my information. Thank you for your patience. And here is the second screenshot. Progressive Libertarian wrote on November 26. We are not currently engaged in any negotiations or discussions with third parties in respect of any strategic options. NB just stated this in public filing. There is no deal imminent. This is a fact. And here's the official statement of NB, basically, they didn't even start the process of finding these third parties who potentially could buy the assets from Next Bridge Hydrocarbons. That is why, guys, first of all, you have to read the documents, and then you have to rely on your own opinion rather than opinions of other people. So, and let's continue with our litigation processes. We have some updates in several lawsuits, but the most important one is, my opinion, these two. On Wilcott versus Securities and Exchange Commission, we have new filings. It is a dismiss, as you can see right here, and let me quote you in details. Motion to dismiss plaintiff's second amended complaint by GTS Securities, Ari Rubinstein. And well, for now, Contic Wilcott has to answer to this motion, and then the judge will make his ruling. That is why, guys, this is very important step. Unfortunately, I don't know, I cannot see the document. This motion is hidden behind the paywall, but sooner or later we will find out all the details, and definitely we will know the answer of Contic Wilcott to this for this document. Another update at this time from Daniel Oxer versus Securities and Exchange Commission case. It is an order on motion for extension of time to file. And guys, Daniel told me that he is awaiting for some additional information from the current litigation processes in order to update his own lawsuit. And for now, guys, with this motion, I believe within just basically within 2 weeks we will see the document that will be filed by Daniel Oxer, and that will disclose some additional information about his current position on this case. And in my opinion, it is one of the most let's say powerful lawsuits that we have on the table right now, and that is why, guys, stay tuned and see you in the next video. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna